So go on there. What were you saying?
Men and women buy toilet paper differently. Women buy it with all the other groceries.
Right.
Men,
Yes.
last minute,
Yeah.
corner shop.
Every time.
It's kind of like a just-in-time supply chain.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that.
Speaking
yeah.
of which, I actually have I didn't even know what he was doing. So, you know, our housemate. This is the toilet paper story.
This is the toilet paper story.
No. This happened last night.
Okay, so wait, we have to catch.
Not who we
Yeah,
were talking
yeah.
about before.
What's that? No.
So is this Chris?
Yeah. I mean, it's not much of a story. He just kind of like, I was going at like 2 a.m. I was going into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And he was coming up the stairs, and he's like, "Oh, can I just get my toilet paper?" Because he left his toilet. He left his toilet paper in there, and I just looked at him blank face and just shut the door
Oh,
on
that's
him.
amazing.
And it was such a great feeling. There's a lot of backstory to this. That's why it's like,
We have a housemate
Yeah.
downstairs, old guy. He shits on the toilet seat.
Oh,
on the seat.
fuck.
Yeah.
How
so
old is he?
he's like in his 60s, like.
Oh, he's not
Yeah.
that old.
Yeah. No, he's very old. Like, yeah, he's in his 60s, like.
No, but that's not old enough to be shitting
Yeah,
on the
what's
toilet.
going on?
Yeah.
Oh right, like you think
Yeah.
he's a geriatric
Yeah.
old man who
Yeah.
can.
No.
Yeah, no, he's but yeah, we've had this beef and it's like devolved into like shouting matches.
yeah.
Like he's called him. The other night, the most recent thing that we haven't updated the listeners on was, well, we forgot to say that when Hamish got into a fight with him the other night, Hamish was like, "Go to sleep, go to bed, Chris."
Because he was drunk. I
Go
was
to
just like,
bed.
Go to bed.
And he was like, "You're not my father."
Yeah.
Saying, "You're not my father." It's like, "Yeah, your dad's dead." Oh, cunts. Like, of course. But then the other night, then the most recent one was me and Hamish were just on the landing there, just chatting shit or whatever. And he came out of his room and he was just like, "Hey man, can you keep it down up there, man? I'm trying to sleep. I can't hear my whatever." And then you just went, "Shut up, you old retard."
It's that he deserves
No, he
it. If
deserves
you
it.
met
Yeah,
him,
no,
like,
so,
he
I want to
was-
hear more about Chris. What's this?
So I think he's like a Vietnam veteran or something. I don't know what.
Is he a Yank?
Fuck, huh? He's a Yank. He's
Yeah.
from like the Bronx, I think, or somewhere
Okay.
in New
And
York.
what's he
or whatever.
doing here, apart from...
He's
He's
a-
fleeing allegations
He's
or
a
he's
rigger.
fleeing his past.
No, but so
and-
he was leaving. He left after that toilet paper thing last night. He
Yeah.
left because his door was locked. So
Yeah.
he went out somewhere and then was
to
back.
shit,
and
probably.
no, but I was hoping that he had to go shit in the yard or something.
Yeah.
But like, no, I think he's doing something at night. He's doing something in the streets out at night. I don't know. We got to follow him
He's
one
paying
day.
rent somehow, man.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
He's running out of money, and he's like, you
Oh.
can hear him calling his mom.
Maybe
and
he's
being
selling his ass, and that's why he shits in the toilet seat.
Like, oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
calling
I'll
his
cross
mom.
paths with him. What?
He's calling his mom.
Well, yeah, he called his mom for money, didn't he?
Oh yeah. He was calling. He was on the phone to someone begging for money, basically saying.
It's
you know,
so sad.
Yeah.
That that's your life at 60.
Yeah.
That you're
That's
like,
depressing.
you've no money to pay your rent.
Yeah.
I think I shouted the N-word at him the other night.
He
didn't I?
did, yeah.
Yeah, that was, yeah. You can do it to an old white man, you know?
Yeah, there was no. It was all whites in the house. At the
It was
time.
all whites in the house, and that's how I like to keep it, you know?
Yeah.
The last 10 people on this podcast have been just white dudes. So, you know what I mean? You can see how it's like, anyway.
When's the last girl?
The
on the
last
podcast?
girl was Rebecca
Yeah.
Lamb. And we had Mohanty, who's an Indian woman. So I feel
All
like...
right.
Oh,
All right.
shit.
Yeah, so yeah,
You've got
we-
your
yeah,
bases
yeah.
covered.
We've
Just
done
say
our
it.
bases, yeah. We're good for like 2 years, I think, because of that. But anyway, so Currer Ball and Dimitri Bakanov are here.
New trainers. now,
New
Rob.
trainers,
Very
yeah.
conspicuous.
I know, yeah. I didn't steal them as well. I fucking paid for them
Where?
with my hard.
Where'd you?
Oh, online. I'm not.
Online.
Yeah, I don't fucking.
Is that however? Do you buy anything in the store these days?
No, because I've gone to try here, and none of the shoe stores have my size.
Which is?
12. They always just don't have.
Quit bragging.
I'd love if you had really tiny feet, like you. Had this
Yeah.
size
I just
of a
like.
toddler.
I just
Yeah.
like to have. I like them loose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. I like a loose shoe.
I thought when you
No!
like them loose,
Just
I was
no,
like,
no.
right, well, back to the shoes.
No, my toes right at the end there.
But what was I gonna say? Oh, there's Jehovah's Witnesses on the street.
Oh,
Earlier.
let's get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I was gonna. Well, what happened is.
Oh,
they-
so your priest cast. That
Oh,
would
yeah.
be perfect for
Oh
them to
yeah.
come
Oh,
on.
I should answer the door. Anyway, they invited me to.
Oh.
What's the priest cast?
Well, they did a priest cast
We
where
do
they
a
invited
podcast
God as a
where
guest.
we had God
get
on
two
as a
pods.
guest.
Well, it's
Huh?
just sketches.
You-
yeah.
It's just
Oh, okay.
sketches, like
That's
yeah.
it.
But I was invited to the memorial of Jesus' death.
Did he die?
Yeah, he died. Yeah, you didn't hear,
Oh.
no? Yeah. Yeah, you can't believe everything you read
man,
online.
Spoilers.
Yeah, but anyway, so they
Did you
knocked.
give them chat?
Well, they knocked on the door, and I had I'd literally just taken a swig of mouthwash because I'd just blown Hamish, and There was a knock on the door, and I go out to the door and answer it, and there's two young black guys.
Okay.
I'm like, hello, lads. You're not supposed to be here till 10 p.m. And I go, whatever. And they have this thing, and they're like, oh, you want to come to Jesus' birthday or whatever the fuck? And that's not what Jesus looked like
No, look
either.
at that hair. He's got like.
That's not what Jesus looked like.
That's like that's like a modern haircut.
Yeah.
It's like he went to
To be
a
honest,
barber.
it's probably more accurate than what you see in most paintings.
No,
It's
because
like- it's
Jesus
a ginger Jesus. half the
Jesus
time.
is brown.
Well, yeah, but is he not kind of
No,
swarthy?
that's why
He's Greek.
He's
Yeah,
You know what I
well, I
mean?
mean, you
That's
you see-
ambiguous.
you
He's
see-
just
you
not
see
seen the sun
pale.
for a while.
Yeah.
You see pale Jesuses.
No.
in paintings and stuff.
Do you actually?
Which I-
Yeah.
Jesus, this is the most. He looks pretty jacked in this one too. Like he's pretty.
Yeah, I mean,
he's like, he
that's
looks
a
like
hot
a
Jesus.
lumberjack.
Yeah. He
Lumber
does.
Jesus.
Yeah. But the so anyway, yeah, they're there with this, and they're like, "Oh, you want to come to the thing?" And I'm like pointing at my mouth.
Do you want to
That
come?
yeah.
Yeah, come
Yeah,
here.
You want to come in my mouth? No, I'm pointing at my because when I'm like this, and I can't.
Oh, right,
speak
you've got a mouthful
'cause I
of
got
it.
a mouthful of mouthwash. 'Cause I
Why
just,
you answered the door?
Yeah.
I shouldn't have answered the door with a
That's
mouthful of
fucking-
mouthwash.
Yeah,
As soon
also,
as
why
they said
did
Jehovah's
you?
Witnesses, I should have fucking spat at them. But when I answered the door, and then I'm like this, and I'm like, and then they're like, what? And I'm like, and then they're kind of like, all right, sorry. And then like, do you want it? And I'm like, no. And I close the door, and then I go down to the shops, and I see them on the street, and I walk up there knocking on people's doors to invite them to this, whatever this is. And I go up to them, I'm like, oh, sorry lads, I had like mouthwash in my mouth or whatever. And they're like, oh yeah, no, that's fine. And I said, so tell me, what is this? And they're like, well, we're Jehovah's Witnesses, and we're having this talk of teaching people about Jesus down in the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses in Broccoli.
Do they not
Um,
celebrate Christmas? Because isn't that what the memorial of Jesus' death? No, wait,
No,
no,
that's
that's
his
his
birth.
Yeah,
birth,
fuck.
yeah.
Wait, oh, that's
Fucking
Easter. What
you
am I
heathen.
talking about?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
so
Easter.
I'm so tired.
Yeah.
I forgot about
But-
Christianity.
Yeah. So yeah, and then they were telling me all about it, and then I was like, I'm gonna fuck with these guys. So I just went, so do you think gays go to hell?
Okay.
And they just fucked
Out
the
the
pair.
gate.
The pair of them were just like, and then he goes, well, no, we don't believe in hell. That's what he said.
That nice.
Yeah. But then I was like,
well negotiated.
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
yeah.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
That's fair enough. And then I just went, all right, good stuff, lads. I'll see you there. And then I just came home and I googled it. They don't believe in hell, but they believe that gays are like bad.
Yeah,
So if I just
yeah.
done a bit of research before I confronted them, I could have been like, right, well, they don't go. How about I bring my boyfriend to this fucking thing and I blow him in the middle of the. What will you do then? You know, I should have done that, but you know, I wasn't thinking on my feet because I just don't know anything about religion. I should have just fucking, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you went there with that zinger.
I thought I'd have them fucking snookered like, and then he was just like, well,
Well, I
no,
don't
we
think
don't.
you can say that word, but sorry, go on.
But yeah, I thought like, but then they completely fucking owned me. Like they're like, oh, well, we don't believe in hell.
Wait,
Well,
so
yeah,
what
that-
happens to people that aren't good in their religion?
Oh, I don't know.
Maybe you
I
just
just-
don't get to go to heaven.
Huh?
You just like you
Yeah,
just have to.
first line of the Bible.
You get an
God
atheist
created
death.
the heavens and the earth.
They die
So there's
and
no-
they get
there's no hell.
reincarnated.
Oh shit, we
so-
got like.
So the hell is hell is what earth will become.
Is that?
Oh.
Is that what?
Is that
Like,
right?
wait, do you know this? Do you
No.
know religion?
Yeah, you're just
No, okay,
making
cool.
it
You're
up.
just making shit
What
up.
religion were you raised?
That is the first line of the Bible. Those people speculate about hell. I think along those lines.
Oh, I thought the first line of the Bible was just like, "This is a work of fiction" or whatever. You know what I mean, like this is none of this is
That's
true.
the preface.
Yeah. But the what religion were you raised then in Scotland?
Prod.
Prods.
Yeah.
Get out. No, no, I'm joking. No, I don't know. I don't even know what fucking. Are you from Glasgow?
Aye.
Yeah. How was
Really
that?
ham that up, didn't I?
Yeah.
It was fine. I'm
Is it
sorry.
rough?
I know. I'm.
Hold that a little
I'm
bit closer to your
Glasgow's-
mouth.
I'm like.
Just hold that a little bit closer. To your
I'm
mouth.
like thoroughly middle class.
Huh?
I'm thoroughly middle class.
Right. Okay. But like, I would have thought like middle class in Glasgow was still like.
It is. You do
you know.
move down here and.
You go straight into the lower class.
Yeah,
You
exactly. You
just-
become working class
Yeah,
Scot.
yeah. And I thought like Glasgow was just sort of like, you know, like Dimitri's from Ukraine and Glasgow's kind of like
Ukraine.
they look the same at the moment.
War
like, do you know what I
torn.
mean? Like it's war torn, you know?
It's got its
Yeah.
got its bad parts,
Mm-hmm.
probably more than most cities, but it's also cleaned itself up.
Yeah.
For sure.
So do you
And
ever
the whole sectarian thing also is less an issue
right?
than it once was, although obviously.
I don't even know what the sectarian thing is. What is I have no
Yeah,
idea.
it's the secretaries. They had beef, okay, between
Oh,
different
the
companies.
secretaries,
Yeah.
But so are you Rangers or Celtic?
Yeah,
or what?
Rangers.
Rangers, yeah.
So you don't know anything about?
I know
No,
nothing
because
about
who gives a
anything.
fuck? Like, mate, honestly,
I thought
man,
as an Irishman,
brother,
he would
the thing
be-
is, this guy, you come
he
to
would be
England,
abreast.
like, honestly, you come to England and people are like, oh yeah, the Protestants and the Catholics,
Yeah,
and you're
yeah.
like, who cares?
Yeah.
Well,
But,
as
Mate,
an
I went to
Irishman, you should.
brother, I went to Belfast and they were like, oh, the Troubles. I'm like, how many people died? They're like 14. I'm like,
It's more like the trouble, right? Yeah. One. Yeah, no, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Scraps. Just
Any,
about
well, when
scraps.
you said Rangers, I should have known that. Like, when you Protestants, like that's the Prod football team, right?
Yeah.
And then Celtic is the Catholics,
Yeah.
like so. Yeah, but like I always because I have a friend who's like really, he's like Celtic and fucking everything, and then it's just like you're good in Scotland.
Yeah.
The minute you leave Scotland, you're shit.
Yeah, well,
Do you know what I mean? Like he's like,
well, like
Celtic's the greatest.
because we get two sleeping giants. We
Mm.
call them because we like massive fan bases,
Yeah,
great histories,
Mhm.
rich histories.
yeah,
But we're playing Dundee and
Right.
Motherwell and Hamilton
yeah.
and we're getting £5 million football money, whereas the shittest team
Yeah,
down south gets like 150 million.
yeah.
So, teams like Brighton, say,
Mhm.
can outspend
Mhm.
a theoretically massive club like Rangers.
Yeah. Well, like Celtic won like a game in the Champions League, and then they've been holding on to that for about 20 years. You know what I mean? Or did they get to the semis of the Champions League or something?
Well, no, they won. They were first British team to win the European Cup.
Oh well, that's a decent accomplishment.
Yeah, no,
that's nothing
absolutely.
to scoff at. You know.
Yeah, absolutely.
What
But
is
yeah.
the Ukrainian football league like? What is that?
I have no idea.
You have no idea.
No, I don't think it's very good now.
Dynamo?
Yeah,
I think
they're
we'll
kind of
have
busy
like a,
at the moment.
like I think we'll have like a good Paralympics team coming up.
Yeah, you're gonna be killing it in the Paralympics in about 2 years. Yeah. Oh, that's fucking gold, man. But like, with regards to like life in Ukraine at the moment, like, is there still sports fucking happening and like fucking? You know,
Yeah, mate, there is. So
hunting.
yeah, shooting. Yeah.
Man, it's weird, man, because like I've got like friends back home. I even know like girls that are over
Javelins.
here that go back home just to like see their people or whatever, and then
Yeah.
come back out. And you're like, all right, cool. It's
Yeah.
not that bad, but it's
Yeah.
only bad like in the spots where it's bad at.
Yeah,
Do you mean?
and it's bad.
Just don't go there.
Yeah, just don't. That's the thing.
Yeah.
The problem
But
is sometimes the
everyone should.
spot moves, and then you're like, shit. Give me a
Yeah.
heads up,
Yeah,
please.
drones can fly.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
But what part of Ukraine are you from then?
I'm from down south. I'm from Kherson,
Yeah.
which is that city that got taken
Kherson?
over. Yeah.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Okay, but again, I was here since I was 11. I'm like,
Oh, so do you have family there though?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And are they're Gucci?
some, but it's it's okay. It's like I don't have any family that I really like over there.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, then it's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like, mate, I honestly like when people are like, "Oh my god, you should be helping," I'm like, "Why?"
Yeah.
Like it's the same as like whatever it's kind of like the like shit that goes on in Palestine and stuff like that.
Mhm.
People are like, you should care. I'm like, I care as much as I do about Ukraine. Like
Yeah.
as I've helped the few people that I know,
Mhm.
and I've helped everybody I know in Palestine as well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, if I just watch your foot there, there's a chart. Yeah. No, you're right. Yeah, like I don't. My circle of it's like the Louis C.K. bit. It's like my circle of concern is very tight.
Yeah.
It's just like that's not the only thing. But it's like my immediate family.
Circle jerk of concern.
Yeah. It's my immediate family, my friends, and then apart from that, I just,
You wouldn't die for your country.
Are you joking,
Brother,
No, absolutely.
I've thought
not.
kill
about
for your
this so
country?
I would
much.
kill for my country. What
Yeah,
would
yeah.
die?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you'd kill.
yeah.
But wait, I've thought about this so much, right? As an immigrant, you let go of that so quickly. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, if England was like, cool, we're going to war, I'll be like, guys, it was so nice knowing you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going over there.
To be honest, I've been on benefits for so long. I'd probably die for England. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've been, do you know what I mean? Like I've been on universal social whatever. It's credit. I would at this point, yeah, I'd probably die for the crown. You know what I mean? Like because they, you know. But yeah, like I'm very. But I think as I've gotten older, I'm more it's apathetic. The word where you don't care about anything really. Like I see like a thing on the news or like, you know,
You're
there's that
numb.
guy.
You're numb.
Totally numb. But like you see something on the news like that guy. Do you follow that guy on Instagram, Motaz Azaza or something? And he's like
Sounds
a journalist.
way too ethnic.
He's very ethnic. He's very ethnic, and he's like a journalist in Gaza, and he posts like videos of like kids getting fucking blown up by missiles, and for some reason Instagram doesn't like censor it, and he's just running up with like an iPhone and some kid there like or whatever, and I kind of just see that and I'm like. And I just scroll. And I see a racist meme, and I'm like, and then I send it to Hamish, and I can hear him laughing. I'm completely fucking dead inside. Like I don't fucking really care. Like I mean, obviously it's like.
Do you
bad.
worry about that?
What about not caring?
About not caring.
I think a little bit, yeah, a little bit. I had maybe I shouldn't say this, but I had actually no, I shouldn't. No, I shouldn't. No, well, yeah, I went to. I was in therapy.
Fire
Maybe
away,
I'll
mate.
fucking
Okay.
cut this out, huh?
Fire away.
Well, yeah, I was in therapy, and I told my therapist that I was worried that I was having racist thoughts. That was my thing. I was like, I'm having these racist thoughts, and I'm very guilty. I don't act on them.
Intrusive
But
thoughts.
it's intrusive thoughts. I have
Yeah,
no
yeah.
control over them.
They broke in.
These thoughts, they broke in. They came over the border into my mind, and they're ruining everything. But and they won't leave. And I'm like, stop the boats. But yeah, I was just saying to him, I was like, and I feel really guilty about it. That I have these like, maybe racist thoughts is wrong. What's the unconscious biases? Is that?
Okay, right. So,
Yeah.
so give us an
Nice way
example.
to say the M word.
These fucking unconscious biases are fucking causing havoc. But yeah, I just feel like, do you know what I mean? I don't know how much I can get into it, but and he was like, yeah, you know, it's fine, and you know, everyone
Yeah,
has.
there you go. His therapist says it's fine. So
Yeah.
it's not. I think it's a lot more common than people.
My therapist
admit.
is a Nazi, though. In fairness,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah, he's a fucking Nazi. So no, he was just like, yeah, you know, like people have, you know, unconscious biases and stuff like that, and you know.
But aren't you?
it's just-
And you've tried to bridge the gap between yourself and the black community, though, haven't you?
Oh yeah, I'm fucking a black guy at the moment. So that's, you know what I mean? How can I be racist if I'm doing that? You know?
How's that going?
Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, it's probably coming over later, and he ran. We were in here the other night, and then he ran to the bathroom to take a piss naked, and I just thought it'd be so funny if you just came out of your room and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
a naked black guy running into my room. And he was just like, "What the fuck?" Or if Chris saw him.
Yeah. Hey, nice.
Yo, back in my day, we used to be able to own you. Okay, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. Right. But yeah, no, I was only thinking about this the other day. Like, back when I was like, I don't know, like 2016 when Trump was like, first getting elected, like, I was like, pro-Trump.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but why not? As in,
Yeah, you're like, and you're not anymore?
yeah, dude, I
What went
like
wrong?
Trump. I like Trump, not because I know anything about politics,
Yeah.
but because it's fun.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's,
no.
like, it's just like, let's shake it up and see what happens. Also, I don't fucking live over there.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it. I have no money in the stock market.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
Let him buy fucking Greenland
Yeah.
or invade it. I don't
Yeah.
care. At least
Yeah.
it's exciting.
It would be hilarious if America just invaded Greenland.
Oh, it'd be
Just
so funny. And no one would care. Everyone's like, Green no one lives there anyway. Like,
Yeah,
it's fucking...
No
wait,
one-
there's like a few thousand people that are there. Like it's like 50,000 people. It's like, who gives a shit?
Yeah. He said Trump sees the world as just like a big game of Monopoly. Like,
yeah.
Just a
Yeah,
Monopoly
yeah.
board. It's just
Yeah.
like, yeah.
You go to jail. Yeah.
But, Yeah, like, and I don't know. I just got the algorithm got me. I think the algorithm.
It's powerful.
It
All
got
right,
me.
so you were persuaded by his
Oh,
arguments.
totally persuaded. I got like, because there's whole thing like the left can't meme. That's what they say, right? The left is
Okay.
incapable of and it's kind of true because it's like there's no real humor in saying the right thing. You know what I mean?
It's funny because
oh,
like comedians will say like, you know, there's more left wing comics, and
oh, for sure.
and the inference from that is that it's easier to be funny if you're coming from the left.
Well, I think it's easier to keep the audience on your side, and you'll get a lot of applauses.
It's
it's easier
easier
to
to be
make
liked.
rooms.
Yeah, it's easier to be liked on stage if you go up and you go like, racism is bad. Whereas when I go
Yeah.
up on stage and I go like, listen, I know racism is bad, but
Yeah,
And
hear me out.
Yeah, hear me out.
I think it's easier to make it if you're a left-leaning
Yeah.
comic, you know. But if you're right, but I think you can be right or left as long as you, when you're joking, you're kind of taking shots at both sides. I feel like that's,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Because it's like the minute. That's why I hate like Schultz and Rogan and Theo Von and all these guys. Like they just had. Now don't get me wrong with Trump. I fucking think he's hilarious. And I like that he's president because the world is so much more exciting when he's, you know, you just open the news and he's like, oh, he's threatened to invade somewhere, or he's called someone fat, and it's like, this is so funny. But also I'm like, oh, he's an evil cunt, like, and he doesn't give a shit about anyone, and it's like, whatever. But, and he's corrupt and whatnot, but, where was I going with this? Something about, what were we talking about there before?
Fucking a black guy.
Fucking a black guy, yes. Something about Trump. But anyway, yeah. So, but the left,
The left can't meme.
Left can't meme.
Yeah.
So, but there's all these sort of like conservative right wing pages that have like very funny sort of racist memes, and you know what I mean, like, and they're just very funny because it's just my sense of humor is just outrageous.
Yeah, apparently
offensive.
the most effective ad of the American election campaign was it was for Trump, and it was he'll stand up for you, she'll stand up for they/them.
Oh,
Oh.
That's good.
That's good. That's
It's
pretty
good,
good.
yeah.
I mean, that's fucking great. I mean, but the so there's like the left can't meme and blah blah blah. So then there's just these right wing conservative pages, and you're not even aware that you're being sucked into the right wing thing or conservative because you're like, oh, it's just funny memes. But the next thing it's feeding this thing of like the Dems, libtards, retards,
Yeah.
SJ. That was
So what broke the spell then, Rob?
I think you just get older and you kind of realize that. I think when you're like, oh, the right is just as retarded and duplicitous, and they lie just as much as the left. You know what I mean? Like everyone, they're all sacks of shit on both sides. You know what I mean? But you get sucked into this thing that was like peak. Remember like SJW, that thing, and all those videos like SJWs get destroyed with facts or whatever.
Yeah,
You know these fucking videos. What are you gonna say?
Nothing.
It was close. It was close to fags. Is that what you're saying?
No, it doesn't matter.
Something else. But then I just got sucked into that, and I was like having arguments with my family, like, no, Trump is gonna do good things or whatever. And then they were like I remember people being like, well, he said all Mexicans are rapists, and I was like, you look at the statistics, and some of them are rapists. And I was like, really, like fucking like arguments with like my dad and like my.
You've like never met a Mexican either. You're
I've
just
never
like,
met a Mexican in my
yeah,
life,
yeah.
thank God. And but yeah, I was like, no, he's gonna whatever. And then I guess so then that happened. And then like even like back then, like 2016, I was like pro-life as well. Like I was just like.
Yeah, because it's not
from a
worry
religious-
for you.
Yeah, yeah.
From a religious perspective?
No, I was
Yeah.
just like, part of me was like,
He just hates women.
I hate women, basically. That's yeah. I mean,
and he
everyone
can't get
knows that.
pregnant.
Yeah,
As hard as he tries.
I've tried. Me and Hamish have been trying for a baby for months, but
These seem like kind of like pretty like firm political positions, and yet now you're apathetic about everything.
yeah, I couldn't give a shit about anything.
So what's happened, man?
I don't know.
Depression.
Depression. I think it's just your own shit. You have your own problems. So you're like, I don't fucking. And then I'm also like, you get older, like, oh, live and let live. If you want to kill you know what I mean? I think with the abortion thing, what really did it for me was I had a kidney stone, and I used to be pro-life, and then I got a kidney stone, and it was sucked, and I had to get it removed for me, and I was like, oh, imagine the doctor being like, no, you got to keep that.
yeah.
So I was like, okay, now I get it, you know. I had the same thing with a tooth. Like, this tooth was really sore, and it was fucked. And then every time I went to the dentist, they were like, no, we have to save the tooth. And I was like, just get it out of my head. I don't fucking care. And they were like, no, we're going to try and save it. Taking it out is the last resort. And then I was like, oh, this is exactly like having a baby. And I wanted to just get
I was
it
just
out
thinking
of my
that. Have you
fucking-
done this a bit yet?
No.
Yeah, that's the
No, they
bit.
have
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, this is the minute
Kidney
you say,
stone is a funny phrase.
Yeah, yeah.
but you lose the audience as soon as you say, even if you say I used to be pro-life, then they're just going to be like,
No, keep saying it. Just keep trying.
Just keep going.
yeah,
trying it,
just
yeah.
lean in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
But I was like, so it was pro-life.
Yeah, I
And I was
still
like, if
am,
they're
and I
gonna-
used to be.
Yeah,
like
and then leave it there. That's the
Mitch
joke.
Hedberg thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
That's the whole joke.
But and I was like, my other thing was like, if you have a baby, just fucking give it to two gay guys if you don't want the, you know what I mean? There's two gay guys out there.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
They'll cut it in half.
But
I don't know why.
they're like Aztecs on a
Yeah,
fucking,
yeah.
cut its head off.
That
and
would be
throw
a
it down.
conundrum for your Jehovah's Witnesses.
What?
Yeah.
Abort or gay couple.
Mm.
Oh.
Would
Or
you
what's
rather?
worse?
That's
Yeah.
fucking good. What's
That's a-
worse, aborting a baby or giving it to a gay couple?
Yeah, smash your
Because you're right, we've got
fucking-
we've
yeah.
got a supply.
Yeah. That's a good point. But like I was just like, yeah, it's a human life and whatever. And now I'm just like, oh yeah, fucking kill it. Like
Yeah.
if it's gonna be an inconvenience to you,
It's so annoying.
kill it,
It'd
yeah.
be so annoying to have a baby.
yeah, it's so annoying. I'm like, well, what was
Fuck.
I thinking, you know? And then my made a very good point when we were having this argument, and he was just like, it's not going to affect you. Why do you fucking care? You're never gonna. He was like, you don't know what it's like to fuck a woman raw and then
Yeah.
have a pregnancy scare.
It
like
sucks.
of course yeah
Even when I wear a condom, I think I've definitely got her pregnant.
yeah.
I'm convinced myself. I'm like, I shouldn't. I'm terrified.
You ever gotten someone pregnant or had a scare?
I've been told that I have, but I think she was lying.
Oh, you have a kid?
Yeah.
I've been told I have a kid, but
No. That she said that she. Yeah, a liar told me she had a kid. Yeah. No, she said she had an abortion.
Killed in New Zealand who's
She
just
said
bald
she-
with a mustache.
She said she had an abortion, but she also had told me before that she'd had what's it called, a hysterectomy. Which,
Oh, where you
which
get
is
your-
like,
Okay.
yeah, she said she had like cancer, and she had like, so she was just. I
How
think
old
she was.
was this
she was
woman?
Just,
She in
no,
her
she was like she was
40s?
like 19. This is when I was like 21.
Getting a hysterectomy at 19 is
Yeah, I
insane.
think she was just I think she just lied about a lot of shit.
Yeah, as they do, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, she was talking.
Yeah.
Um,
So, have you ever had a pregnancy scare of any description?
No, don't think so.
No, just hold that closer to your mouth.
no.
Yeah. No, you?
No, man. Oh, listen, I had scares, but like I'd never actually got anyone pregnant.
Right.
Which, thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
What I have had is I've had people where the scare was happening. I was like, oh my god, if I have to bring this woman home and be like, this is the mother of my child, my mom would just be very disappointed.
Yeah.
My mom would be like, really? And
Yeah.
I'd be like, yeah, I was drunk.
She's like, we're going
Yeah.
back. You're going back to Ukraine right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you're obviously with abortion. You'd be like, you know.
You go first,
wanna go
Catholic
first,
boy. No,
Currer,
we're
yeah?
Protestant boys. Sorry.
What's your stance on abortion?
My stance. Well, I'm pro-choice.
Yeah. How far? Like, what are we talking? Like, up to what?
Oh yeah, I think you gotta have some kind of limit.
Cut off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, there's a guy in New York, an Irish comic, who did this joke, and it's on YouTube. His name's Colin Tyrrell. Do you know this guy? Colin Tyrrell. And he had this joke where he was like, he's talking about pro-life and pro-choice people, and he was like, with the pro-life people, the kind of gotcha is like, well, what about rape? Like, if a woman gets raped, are you gonna make them have the baby? And then, and I'm trying to remember the bit. He's like, oh, it's such a shame. Like, if a woman gets raped and you have to kill that baby, it's just like, think about, the life that you're possibly taking away from the world. Like, if you take the father's tenacity and the mother's attractiveness, that's going to be an amazing kid. And then he goes, and also he'll be amazing at basketball because he's going to be black. And he's doing it's on YouTube. I'm butchering the fucking joke, but like, and then like a few months later, he's doing Jimmy Kimmel and he's doing like a real clean set.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, Irish people are like Game of Thrones or whatever, and it's just like, yeah, it's just fucking, yeah. I mean, it's fucking insane. But
yeah, the rape gene, the rapist gene, like.
I got a pair of rape jeans. You're saying like it's a pair of jeans that you wear when you rape. These are my raping jeans. They look like raping jeans. In fairness, Dimitri.
They are.
They look like you fucking been through the wars. And those are claw marks on your fucking. You've either been raped in those jeans or you've raped. They are your rape jeans. But even with like, but it's funny. Like, so yeah, I would have been pro. But then with gay marriage, right? So we had a referendum in 2013 in Ireland to legalise gay marriage. Mm-hmm. And when I was doing that, I was like,
slippery slope.
It's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Well, this is the thing.
Yeah.
We're
so they call your chest.
But yeah, so like we had the gay marriage referendum, but the slippery slope thing is like slippery trope. But it's kind of being proven right by like, well, in the eyes of the Conservatives, they were like, it's a slippery slope because the next thing you know, and then all the Conservatives are like, well, look, we said it, and now they're in schools and there's libraries and they're doing
gay
drag
people?
queen story and they're turning the kids gay and everyone's
yeah.
trans. So in their minds, they're like, we were right about the slippery slope, but it's got nothing to do with it. But it's a different thing. But we had gay marriage, and I went like, what's the word where you canvassing?
Oh,
what do you want to say?
All right.
Where you go canvassing?
You were handing out the leaflets.
I was doing the Jehovah's Witnesses
exactly.
thing, except for gay marriage.
Okay.
Now I look back and I'm like, that's so cringe. Like, you know what I mean? Like, what was I doing? Like, and you'd knock on people's doors with these fucking pamphlets.
What, you believed in the cause?
I believed in the cause.
You were getting,
yeah.
Yes.
And again, now the apathetic thing, just watch your foot there with the Zoom recorder. Yeah. You like to stretch, don't you?
Yeah, I do, mate. I do like fucking space.
You are a long man. But I, so yeah, it was canvassing, and you'd go door to door, and you'd be like, "Oh, fucking." It was the apathy thing. It's like I'm apathetic towards my own. Now I don't even care about gay marriage. I'm like, yeah, whatever. It doesn't. But anyway,
what do you care about, Rob? Come on.
What do I care about? I don't know.
Comedy.
Yeah, there you go. Comedy. My main focus at the moment is I can't come because I'm on antidepressants. So that's kind of my main. That's what I care about.
Well, that's what we're here for.
It's the cause du jour.
So you should change the podcast to Rob Can't Come.
Rob Can't Come.
And every episode we try a different method to make you come.
It's gonna be a long episode, but yes, I worry about. There's a set thing. It's like I have a kidney stone. That's all I care about for that period of time.
All right.
Now I can't come. That's all I care about. So it's just something takes its
Wait,
place.
can you not come, or is it you can't get hard? Or
Oh, I can get hard.
oh, so you just stay hard forever?
I can stay hard. Yeah, it's brutal because I have an enlarged prostate, so I have to take Cialis to shrink the prostate. Because of the Cialis, I'm fucking hard all the. I'm hard right now, but I'm just fucking hard all the time, and I can't fucking come because of the antidepressant. So I'm just. It's like a sexual purgatory.
Maybe someone just needs to. Maybe have you had your new friend milk your prostate?
No, I haven't.
I think you need to get it milked. I think that's what this is.
I need to get a bucket in that case. But because see, this is the thing. Because I haven't come in like fucking. We had this discussion. I don't know, maybe it wasn't with you. But when I can do it, but I can only do it myself, and it takes about an hour, and it gets so intense that it's like a space shuttle re-entering the atmosphere. You know, I'm in the chair and it's like,
wait, so
sparks and parts flying off and fucking it's the centrifugal force is like, you know what I mean?
Dude, you're not that old. You've had a kidney stone. You've got an enlarged prostate.
Yeah.
You can't come. You're depressed.
Yeah.
Like, you're gay.
Suicide? Yeah. Yeah. No,
Like,
yeah.
I don't think God likes you. I'll be
No,
honest
he
with
does
you.
not. No.
How old are you, Rob?
31.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
What about you?
27.
Okay. All right.
You've had a hard life, man.
Yeah. Yeah. You can say that again.
By
But
the
but yeah, I mean, I just can't. But like the weight, I just gotten fat, and that.
Yeah, I was going to
causes
say, what about some
everything.
fitness?
Huh?
What about some fitness?
What about some fit? I know. Yeah, I just don't have the time. No. I'm so busy looking for a job because I'm trying to find work. Courtney, my job coach.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find. I don't make any money from this. Don't make any money from comedy. Just want to make that clear. And so in case anyone's whatever. But there was gay marriage, and you used to. And there was one point the day before the referendum where me and all these other fags were like on this roundabout in Dublin. We had signs, and we were like, "You vote for gay marriage."
Is that because it looks like an asshole?
We were like holding these signs. Well, what we did was we laid down, then we stuck the signs in our arses, so the signs were just sticking out of our arses. Yeah. So then we were like, "I vote for gay marriage" or whatever the thing, and people would just drive by and be like, "Faggots!" It was great. I look back and it was funny, but at the time you're like, clutching your pearls or whatever, and then sometimes
pearl necklace.
Yeah. You're clutching your pearl necklace. But then, people would drive by and be like, "Benders" or this or whatever. And then
Cold face of democracy there, Rob.
I know, yeah. But then you're like, you'd knock on people's doors, and you'd knock on people's doors with the pamphlets. And the pamphlets would just have like a picture of two guys blowing each other on it or whatever. No, you'd knock on the door, and then they'd answer, and you could tell that they were like a religious family or whatever. And they just be like,
what was the result of that vote
fuck
in
it.
Ireland?
It was like a landslide victory. Yeah,
Mudslide.
Mudslide victory. Yeah, we were the first country. It was a mudslide victory. Yeah, no, it was the first country in the world to vote in gay marriage by referendum. You know, which is
really? Wow.
Yeah. All the countries that had legalized it had done it through parliament or whatever. So we were the first country where everyone was like, just fucking let them get married so they'll show up about it, you know. But so they were like whatever. And then wait to hear this with the abortion thing, when we did that referendum, 66.6% of the population voted in favor of abortion to legalize it. And then in the first 12 months, I'm not even making this up, the first 12 months of abortions being legalized, there were 666 abortions.
Okay.
Which is
Is that all?
six.
Yeah.
It's not that many.
Yeah.
I mean,
I thought you were going to say much higher.
You pay
six
for
number.
most of them. Yeah. But but like now I wouldn't, because gay marriage is just like, because it's gay marriage in the sense that it's like, like legal protections for you know what I mean, like you have the same rights as
That's right. Apparently, like there were
straight.
stories of like someone's on their deathbed and they wouldn't let like the gay partner
blow him one last time. Yeah,
that's all I want to see him, something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
What's the gay marriage situation in Ukraine?
I'd imagine not great, but I honestly don't know.
It's very low on the rung of priorities at the
yeah.
moment. Imagine some gay guys protesting, we need to get gay marriage, and there's just like, there's a war happening. Can you wait till this is fucking over? Like,
Mate, I think like the gay marriage stuff. See, it's like you bailed out at the easy hurdle, right? Because this is my problem with it. Like, it's not gone far enough, right? Because you've allowed gay marriage, great, fine.
Yeah.
Like kind of constitutionally or whatever the hell it is, legally, right?
Yeah.
But then like Church of England now marries gay people as well, right? Which is
Yeah.
cool because it's been lobbied to do. And then people kind of give up there. I'm like, no, go to the mosques. But nobody's doing that canvassing.
No,
Do you know what I mean? It's like,
that's a
what's
very
up?
good point.
Do you know what I mean? Because you lot completed like, level 1. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like, no, come on. Let's go to level 2 and 3. Don't stop.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because there was that famous case where the gay couple took that wedding cake shop to court because they were Christians.
That's right. Yeah.
But I mean, I don't think they would have been doing that if it was like a Muslim wedding cake shop.
That's what
You
I'm
know
saying. I just want to stir the shit. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's like,
Yeah.
come until there's
So
like a
I
gay.
I stir the shit every night, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. Sort some shit out.
When you were canvassing, did you ever get a Muslim family?
No, because there's
In
not,
Ireland.
In Ireland, not a lot. No, in Ireland.
Yeah, they hadn't had that referendum yet.
Yeah. We're voting on that at the moment. Yeah. But no, we did because it was it's not a lot of Muslims in Ireland.
Yeah.
Well, maybe now I haven't been back because of that. No, I haven't. Yeah. No, but it's right about the the thing. But then I'm also like, back then when I was younger, I was like, yeah, it's wrong that they won't make a cake of the gay guys. And now that I'm older now, I'm like, well, that's kind of on the gay couple for going to, like, they knew what
they were also cleared on appeal.
Yeah, which is,
so yeah,
because if you're religious and you don't want to make a cake for two gay guys, of course.
So they were cleared because it was, we would bake you a cake.
Yeah.
But we're not the cake that says gay marriage. So basically we're discriminating that against that thing, not against you.
Yeah.
Is the argument that won the day.
And then, I think it was just getting older. I was just like, yeah, well, like, don't. Yeah, it's just I think they knew what they were doing. Yeah.
So by the way, like, so they definitely knew what they were doing, right?
Yeah.
But in that regard, because most of the comedians were like, oh, we're like on the side of like the gay couple because like how dare they be refused? I'm like, how many of those comics would decline to do like the Conservative Party conference gig?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like they would all be like, oh no, I'm not associated with that. So no, come like do it. He's like, I know you're a lefty comic, but let me pay you some money. Come do the Conservative Party conference and take the piss out of Labour. They'd be like, no, this is against my beliefs. I'd be like, fuck you.
Yeah. I think
it's not a principle till it costs you money.
Yeah, exactly. But I'd love to do something like, I just had this thought there of like something like Comedy Unleashed. You know, have you done Comedy Unleashed? Yeah. Oh, I'd love to do Comedy Unleashed and do a set there, but be like totally woke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just go and maybe just, I don't know, like fucking dye your hair and fucking have a septum piercing or whatever, and then just do like woke stand-up comedy, just shit on fucking white cis people.
Yeah.
And just to see what fucking is Comedy Unleashed. Is that like?
Yeah, it feels like just another kind of church where everyone's maybe saying.
When I did it once, and I just did like a 5-minute spot. Like this was like 5-6 years ago. But what was great is I did that, and like the MC comes on after me. He goes like, "Oh, you see, this is the type of material you don't see on the mainstream." And I'm like, I did the Comedy Store yesterday with the exact same material. Fucking relax yourself.
Yeah. It's a narrative, but like with the Comedy Unleashed audience, I've seen some clips from the YouTube thing. It looks like it's mostly just white. It's just white people, is it mostly? No.
I mean, yeah, kind of, but it's I don't know. There was a mix.
Yeah.
It also depends. Like when it was in Bethnal Green, because it tours the country, right? But there was a mix. Yeah. But you wouldn't say this like about like a black gig, where you'd be like, listen, there are too many blacks in the audience. You can't say that.
Yeah.
I feel bad when people get,
Yeah, I haven't done a black gig in quite some time. Have you ever done a black room?
Last night.
Yeah.
No, you and your.
Oh. Yeah, that was a black room, let me tell you. But I remember. I saw Leo Curse.
Yeah.
I saw him. Yeah, he's very funny. I saw him on, I think it was on YouTube, and he did a bit where he was talking about immigration into London. And he was saying like, there's so many immigrants now from, the Middle East and from Somalia, and he's like, there's just parts of London now that just don't feel like Pakistan anymore, which is such a good fucking joke. But like, I think the idea though of like going on to like GB News or something is fucking cringe. Like you wouldn't consider doing that, would you?
I've done it.
You've done it? Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. All right. I'm sorry.
Mate, I've done GB News twice.
Yeah. Well, what's that like?
Terrible.
Yeah.
Dude, like in terms of
reviewing the papers?
Yes. So I did the headliners show, and it was because it was after the war in Ukraine started, like 6 months after. So they're like, cool, like we'll have a Ukrainian on.
Yeah.
And they give you 10 news stories, and they're like, cool, we're gonna joke about these 10 news stories.
Yeah.
Man, I kid you not, both times I did it, like 5 or 6 of the stories were about trans people.
Yeah.
And I was just like, fuck it, again? Why?
Yeah.
You just like, I can't be fucked.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was weirdly in one direction.
Yeah.
Where you go, because they go like, oh, we're all about, like, you can say anything you want. And I was just like, can you though?
Yeah.
It's all going one way.
Yeah.
And then I realized that they also take, like, especially the headliner show,
Yeah.
they actually take themselves seriously. And I was like, oh, I thought we were joking.
Yeah.
And
I thought that's what it was. You're kind of like shooting the shit.
You're joking,
Yeah.
but like, not everybody there is. And they're like, we're fighting the good fight. And you're like, oh, this is a bit weird.
Yeah. Where is it shot? Like, is it just...
what's it called? Paddington. There's a studio in
Is
Paddington.
it proper studio with cameras and stuff?
Yeah,
or is it like,
yeah.
Because in my mind, I just see it and I'm like, it feels like it's a green screen. It's in someone's fucking basement. Do you know what I mean? Or it's like a very low...
It looks so bad. Yeah, it looks so bad.
Yeah.
You're right, on the actual broadcast.
Wait,
but the thing itself
is it on TV? I've never watched it.
I don't think it's on.
It's
I don't know.
just
I've
on
only ever
YouTube.
seen it on
Okay.
YouTube. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think it's got a channel on Freeview, does it not?
I
I think so.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And does it pay to do this headline
Yeah,
thing?
yeah. But it's not a lot.
Great.
No,
yeah.
no. But it's more like, you know, if you want to build that brand and whatever.
Yeah.
But it just feels naff.
Yeah. Yeah. If you want to lean
does.
into the right wing or conservative, would they be considered conservative or right wing, or like what's?
I
People
think
could just lump the two of them in
combination of
together.
both. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I try to balance out, like, because you can feel your algorithm going in like one direction, and then you wanna, I guess. So it's like if I find myself watching, like, I don't know, like sometimes I'll watch like I don't know, Piers Morgan uncensored, that thing, or like what?
just picturing porn with him and
Yeah, it's the non-Japanese version of it. Yeah. In Japan it's Piers Morgan censored. But yeah, and then like you watch a couple of videos of that, or you watch there's this other guy who has this, and you at the start you're like, oh, this is kind of Heretics is the guy's name or something, and he interviews people. But again, it's just like if you go and you look at the YouTube channel, every video is just some anti-trans activist, and you're like, what is going on? Like, what is? And they're all having the same conversations over and over again.
But there's like 3 of them.
No, there's like loads of them. It's insane. Every week you're like, who's this person? And there's like,
the people who watch it are just, when they're not watching that, they're watching trans porn.
Yeah.
And then they feel gross
to
about
get the guilt
Yeah,
out.
yeah. They're just like, we got to do something about these transgender people.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have a theory on that. You see, like, because like remember, like when we were kids, like if you called somebody gay, people would be like, it's because you're actually gay and you're hiding inside.
Yeah.
Why does that not get applied to everyone that calls me racist?
Right, so they're
They're the racists.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like, I'm not racist because I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah.
Do you mean you're racist because you've got it hidden inside?
I had that thought as well. I think I've said it, where it's like the phobia things. Like, yeah, the most homophobic people are gay themselves to keep it in. So it was like, is that the same with transphobic people that secretly they're, you know, like J.K. Rowling is actually a man trapped in a woman's body, and she's just trying to, like, she's so angry at.
Well, she
whatever.
did write a whole series from the perspective of a male.
Yeah, did you see there's all this anger now with the new Harry Potter thing that Snape is black? Did you see this? They made Snape black. Yeah.
And not even, like, he's not greasy either. Like, he's supposed to be a white, greasy guy.
Yeah.
And it's just some handsome black guy.
It is just a handsome black guy. Yeah. But, and then the new Barney is black as well.
Really?
Yeah, well, it's a black actress is going to be in the Barney costume.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a woman.
It's a woman. But
No, wait,
Barney's
black is okay, but woman.
Yeah.
As
But
a
isn't
dinosaur.
Isn't Barney a dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The purple dinosaur.
Yeah.
Also, that kind of feels racist with, you know, black people liking grape soda in America.
Ah, yeah, because it's cooler. I remember when I moved here, I was doing a gig, and they had this, like, it was. Did you ever do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Easy does it. And this is getting bleak. But he texted me yesterday being like, can you do my, because I had a big fight with him because he doesn't
About
pay
what?
He
comics.
keeps shitting on the toilet seat.
But no, he just doesn't pay comics. Like, have you had this with him?
Yeah, he's not alone.
Yeah, I know he's not alone, but like he's like, come do my cabaret show, and you have to follow a woman who has her tits out.
Do you think,
and
like,
he's
him
there
and-
with his phone recording them, and you're like, what the fuck is this?
Do you think all the bookers that don't pay, like him and will just have a group chat talking about, like, how to not pay comics the best?
Yeah, probably.
They're
Let's
they're
share
oh,
ideas.
They've
Yeah.
sent the invoices again. What do we do? Oh,
Yeah.
just ignore it again. Just
Yeah.
ignore it.
You want to come see some tits tonight? But yeah, they're like the landlords of the fucking comedy thing. They just, but yeah. So what was I gonna say there about? Yeah, so it's like, and all the topless cunts they all get paid, and then you go to.
That's because he tucks it in their underwear. Have you tried wearing naughty?
I should try
naughtier
just
outfit?
doing it. Yeah, just perform as a drag act. But watch the your foot on the thing. But yeah, so he was just like, oh yeah, you can come, and then when you try to get paid, he's just like, oh no, this is like an opportunity. And you're like, how about you fucking suck my dick?
I've heard that. Like,
You fucking creep, you know?
Yeah.
Alright guys, that was Dimitri Bakanov and Currer Bull. I'll put their Instagrams in the show notes, so go follow them in the show notes. You'll also see a link to the Patreon if you want to support the podcast there. There's a heap of episodes, extra episodes every week. And we have it's a good time. It's a jolly good time. I hope you had a good Paddy's Day. Tell people about the podcast. I love you all, and I'll see you in hell. All right, guys, bye.